So JIRA workflows. So when we are talking about three main key components of any JIRA issues is you can say, or the JIRA, what is the exact word we're talking about? Let's go inside. Key elements of JIRA project, right? I think we're talking about this, right? Issues, people, and workflow. So whenever you're creating any JIRA project, these are the three main elements. We talked about the issues. Now we'll talk about the workflow. And next we'll talk about the people tomorrow. So JIRA workflows. See this diagram, I think it will give some better understanding about this. So before explaining this, let me go inside the task we have already created. Let us go inside this. You see here, we can make it to do, make it done, make it QA, make it in progress, make it done. From done, I can do in progress. From in progress, I can do in to do. In QA from, I can do to do. From done, I can do to do. From to do, I can do QA. You see how I am changing the workflow. So based on my need, based on the needed to be done for that particular task or story, I can change the workflow, right? Or in the what is the current state of that task, I can update here. So from the diagram, you can see first when you create a JIRA issue, it's in open state, means to do, right? So if you are using a Scrum, even that is not a to do first, it is in sprint until you're not starting the sprint. Once that sprint is started, that issue is in to do. So that is open or to do equivalent thing. So start the progress, the status is in progress. Now from in progress, I can change this to do or open. From open, I can make it resolve. When I realize that this task is already done, why need to do? From resolve, I can close, reopen. From resolve, I can closed. I can mark it closed. From open, I can mark it closed. From in progress, I can mark it closed. From reopened, I can mark it closed. From reopen, I can mark it in progress. From resolve, I can mark it reopen. So these are the different work based on the looking at the task condition or status. I can back and forth workflow status can be changed. So I hope this is clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So the JIRA workflow is composed of three unique elements. First is state, transition, and resolution. Status means where it is, where the issue is. Either it will be in to do, or in progress, or in done, right? And transition from changing one state to another state. Sorry, status. From one status to another status, I'm changing the status of that particular issues. And then resolution. So this task has been completed and no longer open. So it will not be allowed to open. It needs a resolution status. Some examples may include closed, resolved, shipped, completed, done. So we can see the done one, right? We can create also this one according to our need, on do, etc. And this done is only available in the company managed projects. Now let us see this workflow. I am on my project page, and if I click here, you can see manage workflow, right? So this was added by me. One, you can see I've added the QA. Hope you remember, right? So this is if I remove this one, I can delete, right? This can be deleted. This status can be deleted, right? So this was the default workflow of JIRA. Now I can add more QA, right? QA is added here, right? I can put here this one, or can put here, right? So this is the workflow. I can decide if I need to update according to my need, and there is to do, in progress, done. So different status I can add here. QA in progress, right? So I can add here QA in progress, something like this. So in any way, if I am looking to modify my workflow, I can modify from here. Let it update, save and continue. Go back, close it, and go inside the project. So whatever the workflow I've created, you can see it's added here, right? Only thing is that I have to put in correct position when it will be done, what, right? So again, if I go to the workflow editor, sorry, see, this is organized in this way: in progress, to do, QA, right? Done. Here you can see create. So create, to do, status to do. If I change here without to do, it should be always in progress. What will happen? If my workflow, whenever a task is created, what will happen? You see the workflow, what happened? Once created, what will happen? It will be by default in progress. So let me show you. I am creating a task here. Workflow. You see what is happening here? What new you can observe here?
Directly it is in progress.
Yeah, directly it's in progress, because you have designed the workflow uh, accordingly. So developer have not to worry about these things. Only they should understand these things are only handled by the team lead or project manager or project lead. So be careful while changing the workflow, because it will impact the complete project, right? So now if I go to change this one in progress to do. Also, I can add some rules. What rule? Once a project is created, status will be to do, and validate that people have a specific permission. I can do this one. Assign an issue. I want every time a task is created to do, and assign this task to J. Right? Let us see what is going to happen. You see what is happening? It's automatically, I'm no need to assign. So suppose that you are creating 50 tasks, and after creation you have to always assign the task to that particular person. So instead of for those tasks, you can just make the setting, keep creating, and that task will be automatically assigned to that user, and just change the workflow for time being, right? So I think workflow is little bit clear. If I am able to give some clear picture. Any question on workflow? Any question on workflow? No?